Da 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 dum. Oops. Oh, whatever. Da 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 dum. Yep, they're all these kinds of bottles where they're way too stacked. Crazy. So what do you do when this is like this? Well, it'd be a lot easier if there was only one person on the chest, but instead this is apparently possibly a faction base. But the best I can do is just take them all, eh? Why not? And that's Street Smokin', Bad Adrian, D. Jural. Oh yeah. Well, at least these potions aren't, but I guess this is a good location to just take everything back. It's funny because I came here because I did search inv for 384 like I was doing before. Yep, now it's only me, and apparently this guy here is griefing their base, which is fine. You know, this is the PvP server. Griefing's allowed. There's no house protection. Fun. Why there is all of these swords? Actually, it's all these XP bottles. How did they get them? And I don't know. But oh, wait a minute. Liberals is part of this gang, so I kind of want to give him 2 days because I caught him with the XP bottles. But if that's true, I might as well temp ban everybody. Oh my god. So, yeah, wow, okay. Well, I would axe one. Alright, buddy. I'm invisible, so I wonder what he's going to say when he sees his chest. Poof. If he sees his chest. Poof. Okay, let's just grab it all. Because if I can take all the XP bottles, maybe I can actually find out how he's getting more of them. You know? There's another bottle right there. Dum diddly diddly dum diddly doo. This is how it's done. You just picked up the sign off the ground and didn't wonder why the chest disappeared? Really? You are an interesting fellow who does not seem to care about, when chests seem to, like, I don't know. I'm a guy that when I've got my house built, like, every chest is in its place, every thing in a chest. I might, like, forget. Oh, wait a minute. So, all these players here have XP bottles. Oh, God, do they ever? I've got to clear my inventory out. I'm running out of space. Alright, there we go. And there's where they've tried to enchant everything. How much is good, how much is not. Well, when people have XP bottles, I can't trust anything. So I'm really tempted to just erase all those chests, too. Oops. I didn't want to do that. Doesn't look like they duplicate, like, anything other than XP bottles, though. So, well, thank goodness for that. But, anyway, I think, have I cleared this place out of all enchanted items? I guess I have. Do another quick search in for 384. There's still just me. That's good. Let's get rid of this. That's funny. He didn't question why there was a block missing in the floor. I suppose if you talk in PvP, outside of faction chat, people know where you are, but that used to be bedrock. Does nothing raise a red flag for him? That, you know, there might be somebody here raiding all his chests? Alright. Well, liberals. What do you have? You've got nothing too important. Well, guys, I don't know. I don't think these guys all were in a faction together. You know, stockpiling XP potions. I don't really know who was the one who was making them. Okay, since I'm here though, let's... Emolistic, what is your sword? God sword, it's mine. Stack potions, it's mine. Kick emo for hacked items. Can't ban emolistic. 2 days. MC of a search Rav. What have you got? Kick Sir T for hacked items. Can't ban search Rav. 2 days. Do these people have like some sort of anti-kick thing? Okay, sharpness 5, knockback 2, looting 3. Is that really a hack sword? Well, how about the fact that he's got stacked potions? To me, that's enough. You know, it's the little things that count. You can argue with me as much as you want about the swords being legit or not, but the fact that you use and choose to use hacked potions is enough for me, because I got a drug line somewhere. And what are you building, buddy? You've got a chest with a single sign in it. I'm wondering, that's all. I'm wondering, like, now that he's realized that all the XP bottles in this entire faction are gone, like... how's he gonna get more, is my question. Like, have I really found them all? I really don't know. Okay. Should I temp ban these guys? Well, does temp banning help when they're not actually really... Well, he was using it a bit earlier. But I mean, he's doing stuff with wood. If I come back later on and find out that he's used it again, or that this faction base is filled with XP bottles again, sure, I'll... Oh, what is he doing there? Is he trying to protect a crafting table? That would be different. Trying to figure out how Lockette works. Well, what's in there? Oh, just regular swords. Okay. And I just took Grad's God Sword, and now I'm going to kick Lop for hacked items. Temp ban Lop 6 for 2 days. Good. And now that he's gone, I have his exact username. And here's what I was taking from him. Stacks of potions is hacked, obviously. God Sword is hacked, obviously. His armor's not bad, but... That's weird. I didn't close the inventory. The inventory closed itself. Another strange reason why it's really good to have people's exact usernames, but there you go. I'm going to work on some mod requests in a moment. And see if Fred. What have you got there, Frederick? You've got a Smite 5 sword and stacked potions. Well, I'm taking all your potions. And if you complain, I might as well just, like, kick you and stuff. I don't even think instant damage 2 even does anything, but you have some hacked potions which you might have gotten in PvP. But for that reason, I have to tell people, using hacked items is as bad as if you had made them yourself, so that's the only way I can really keep doing things. Otherwise, people could say, oh, I got them by killing a hacker, right? That makes it okay, and it doesn't. Like you're using a helmet, which I'm pretty sure is hacked. For sake of argument, let's do it. Let's actually test out if that... If his thing is hacked or not. I'll give him a better chance than some of the other people I've been playing with. TP here, Iways. You've heard me, buddy. Come here. Where are you? There you are. Smack you. Good, I hit him once. Good. Let's see if I was. So, you and your helmet should have taken damage. But it didn't, so I'm gonna kick Iways for hacked items. Let's see if... It's probably freaked him out a lot, but anyway. Here's your this, here's your that. Here's your this. Can't ban highways for 1 day. And that's what it's like to test out for hacked items, because logically, in PvP, whenever you deal damage to somebody, their items take a little bit of durability damage. If it does not, that means it was hacked. Pretty obvious, anyway. Let's see. Eternal Legacy. You doing any better? You're next to me. Well, Protection 4 armor and Sword of Sword. Let's just... I kind of feel bad about, like, having to ban people and stuff, so... I'm just gonna take his items so he knows that I'm watching him. And, maybe that'll be good enough. How about you, Trom? I really want to work on some, nothing bad there. And Cushing S7. You're a player who's played here a long time. You should know better than this. Kick Cushing for hacked items. Can't ban Cushing 7 for... Well, that was a lot. Let's make it 3 days. I can just do that. Seriously though, let's open up his inventory again. Intimacy of Cushing 7, yes. Stacks of 64 potions. Stacks of over 64 potions. That's pretty messed up in itself, isn't it? Number 1, potions should not stack. Number 2, using them is as bad as if you made it yourself. Number 3, God swords are banned because they were created with hacks. Number 4, Protection 4 armor that does not break is definitely illegal. Like I said, choose not to use hacked items, or I will get you, and there's nothing you can say about it, because you definitely chose to use them. Wherever they came from. If your friend gave it to you, I don't care. You should have taken it on yourself, because if you wander any other server out there, I'm pretty sure, with items that are illegal, they would be a lot harsher than I am. And remember, guys, I'm doing this to try and make it so people don't have to be overpowered to do anything, because if everybody has max enchantment, everything, then no one can play the game anymore. And everyone still thinks Cushing is still playing. That's the part that's funny. But anyway, you know what? It's kind of sad, because the people I ban for these kinds of things, I'm sure they come back with alternate accounts. Do I care that much? No, I just hope that they'll change their ways and realize that I have a point. So let's actually check some mod requests here on the PvP server for a change. Let's see, 742. Please name my rank PvP monster. G of Mozilla Fox. Well, the way that we do this is, he's a specialist. Did I type that in right? Yeah, so done, 742. Sorry, only, certain rank, i.e. elite. What does IE stand for? Inter example? That's what I'm going to say it means. I don't remember. Can have custom prefixes. I'm not sure where the custom prefixes come from. But I know when I type it in, it's pex user blah 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 prefix, and then I type in the prefix. I think it's part of essentials. But it's kind of like an extra donation benefit here on the servers. And since we've done it this way for so long, if we were to change anything like donation-based, everyone else who had donated before for such things would probably get really, really mad at us. So that's why we can't be like, oh, all the people who tell us I can't donate, please give me this. It would just belittle everyone else who has, been nice to help the server out. You know what I mean? Okay, 748 is put in by Lord of the Muffins. Clumsy somehow is TPing everyone he wants to talk to him. Oh, done, 748. This issue has been fixed. The other day, there was a bit of an error. Somebody found out that the shift place command, well, not typed like that, but anyway, would work for regular players on the PvP server. I don't know what happened, if there was simply the command had always been there, but the permissions weren't fixed for it, or maybe the permissions crashed. But anyway, people were using shift place on everybody to basically teleport them without request. So they'd put you in front of them, and then they'd just kill you. It was pretty awful. It would have been nice if people could have alerted us, like through, I don't know. Anyway, What ended up happening is CMAC was pretty familiar with the place command. I'd heard about it before because David had showed me once, but I didn't realize, like, it'd been a long time, I didn't realize what it did. So what ended up happening is CMAC figured out that regular users could do it, and that was the issue. So Rocky came on and changed the permissions himself. How do you accept if you're invited to a clan? 757. That is a very good question. How do you accept it if you're invited to a faction? Isn't it like faction shift? Is it shift accept? You have no invites at this time. Done. 757. I think it's shift accept faction name. I could be wrong though. If I am, mention it in the comments, but honestly this is the sort of question you don't have to ask a staff member. Some things you can just ask regular players. 758. Some of these might be very interesting. Player Egoris keeps harassing me, killing me, calling me a mother effer. Please help. Done. 758. You need screenshots for the swearing, because I can't just take his word for it. Or, well, this is PvP server. I don't want to say the rules are a bit lax here, but when you've got a server environment where griefing is allowed and people can't protect their houses, I have to say, I expect people to swear. So, I'd rather they didn't because of the age of the user base. You know, like it's all 10 and 12-year-old kids, maybe. Done. 768. We don't give people creative mode. Some of this stuff just might be like remnants of when that error was there. But, you know what? Okay, let's check Lord of the Muffins. Just to see what his items are. Congratulations, buddy. You're not even online, and I think I'm going to have to end up banning you for hacked items. Wow. Okay, so temp ban, Lord of the Muffins. Thanks for telling me, X-Man, I guess, in your mod request. 2 days. It's kind of funny. But, like I said, I'm going to keep banning the same people over and over again until they learn why I'm banning them and what they have to do to not get banned. Number 1, stop using these hacked items. Number 2, why can't you just play the game right? Like, jeez. Jeez. Look, why would you need to stack a golden apple? Like, why would you need to hack food? That's just stupid. However, for all fairness, at the same time, let's do inv C of Xman174. Mr. Guy reporting somebody else. Invincible armor, god sword, and stacked potions? Yep. People get really mad at me when I ban them. It's no surprise. And then people get their friends to bitch at me because I've banned them. But it feels good when I have definitive proof. Xman174. If you don't stop doing the stuff that I tell you, you are a major part of the problem. I'm telling you right now, everybody is a major part of the problem that chooses to use hacked items, and I have no qualms with banning everybody doing it. Because their argument is, well, everybody uses hacked items. That just means that I'm going to check absolutely everybody in spawn. Ooh, you, Mandarin. 2 days. Well, that was pretty bad. 3 days. When you have that much hacked items, I know that, you know it was intentional. First of all, Ender Pearls don't even stack to 64, so that should have been a clue in. Second of all, hacked that, hacked this. Everything on him right now was hacked, so 3 days sounds pretty fair to me. If anybody ever asked me, hey Fwip, how do you tell how long a banning is? I would have to say, you really... Oh wow, there's actually 120 Ender Pearls in that one stack. And picking up things where the stacks are broken makes me automatically, like, not check their inventory, which is really annoying, but that's why I've learned to kick people first, so I have their username, and then take their items. Because what I used to do was I took their items first, and then they'd notice I was doing it, log out, and I'd forget what their name was, and they'd get away with it. So there's like little steps you can do to make sure you figure out what's going on, but, oh, Josh, gosh, what was I saying just a moment ago? How do I check what a ban length is? Right. Let's do TPID to 770 first of all, because if this guy really did get raided by an op... Oh great, you put your request in spawn? Well, I can't even check that then. How would I find your faction base? No thanks. But yeah, how do I tell how long a ban length is? I'd say, think about intent. If they're using items they might have found in like PvP, maybe it's not that bad. But that's why I've instituted the 2-day minimum rule, so people can't get away with just, like, not caring. Then 770. If an op raided you, it was probably for a good reason, like duplicated items. There are only about 3 people, I would say, that are really managing the server, but we manage it really closely. That would be, well, I think, because I see us on, like, different times, that would be Darren, C-Mac, and myself. If there are other people managing right now, I'm sorry I haven't mentioned your name. Time zones, right? Kind of like I don't mind when... See, the people who put in mod requests that are just high, like, what do you expect me to say to that? There's nothing. Check 778. Mandarin and... Okay, IBP10. I have no idea. So, done 778. Can't quite prove it, but I'll investigate. So, if I see that other guy, IBP10... Wait a minute. You can see if LBP10. Let me check. I think I unbanned him recently. God damn it. Really? This is what he does. Ban LBP10 for that was your last chance. Hacked items. Whip. Idiot. Idiot, idiot, idiot. It's like David said the other day, my unbanning plan is kind of failing. Like, I thought that if you unban the people that are hacking and tell them never do it again, they will spread the word to people that, hey, you know what? Flip's a fair guy. All you have to do is not do it anymore, and you'll be fine. So when I go back on and find out that, oh, you know, Flip doesn't forget the people he bans, and they continue it, then I know the only thing to do is just, okay, there you go. This permaban is gonna stay. I'm sorry, LBP10, you were my friend at one time. I remember, because you were probably on the main server with me. But if you cannot get the desire to hack out of yourself, then we don't want you here. Do I have the authority to say that? Well, they've given me junior admin, so I guess I do. Which is sort of sad, because I don't like having dominion over other people, but... You know what? It's part of the game now, anyway. I'm a nice guy. I'm pretty sure anybody has noticed. Like, do I take glee in banning people? I take glee in fixing things, and if fixing things means stealing their potions back that they shouldn't have, then there you go. I shall investigate. Thanks. The problem with potions of harming is that we got like a World Guard plugin to fix it, or at least to disable. Or did we get harming potions disabled because people were killing in safe zones? That's definitely no fun. So if they work again, I'll definitely have to talk to Rocky about it and get him to fix it. But, Alright, let's check here. 775 says, my skill level will not go up past 100 while others will. I'm elite also. Done. 775. I know exactly what to say to this. Due to overpowered people, fluff capped MMCO, but 1.3 will reset everything. Here's one of my philosophies of life, everyone. I believe the trial and error method method of learning is about the best way to do it, because that means when I screw up the first time, it's okay. You know? Because people who... What people who, like, make mistakes the first time, you know, why should they, like, be considered to be, like, awful? I mean, you should expect failure the first time you try anything, really. In all seriousness, because how would you know that it would succeed, you know? Even just that. This request makes no sense. Flip. I have learned when people simply say in a mod request, or they just ask you over private message, TPA to me, I need help. The best thing you can do to make sure you're not wasting your time, because I'd say that maybe 50-75% of the time, when they say something like that and they won't tell you what they want immediately, it's because what they want is something they know is, if they ask, they're not going to get it. Like, they want you to place a mob spawner for them, or they want you to... Let's check Janik really quickly. Or they want you to make them a staff member, or give them up, or something like that. And so that's why they don't want to tell you what it is right away. So that's why immediately, like, whenever someone says that, I say, I don't go to people unless they can tell me what they need. Just like in mod requests, if you just say, I need help, and you log off, how are we supposed to help you, right? It's not good. Why is griefing not allowed? The name if it is hardcore PvP. Actually, griefing is fine on this PvP server. Just not in the creative world. Whip. Yes, okay, there's exceptions to every rule. So even if we say that griefing is fine here in PvP world, if we've got a creative server where you can build whatever you want, do you think griefing is okay there, where people can protect their things? No, not really. I mean... sadly the saying that common sense isn't as common as you'd think is true and sad. Message, my inventory got cleared. I am very angry. Please help. I will have to say that if you use hacked items, you will get banned and your items will be removed. Spell it right, though, Flip. You can give people the common courtesy of that. There we go. The only reason why anybody's inventory would get removed is if the items in question weren't, you know, right. Check 782. Psycho admitted to use infinite pots and he got it from his friend. Done 782. Please give Flip Zyko's full username. Because I can't check people's inventory without that, and people have some really annoying usernames that I can't figure out with, like, numbers everywhere and everything like that. Done 780. I'll look into it. Now that I've noticed that LBP10 and Mandarin have apparently been reported by like half the server for, well, I can't prove it, right, for killing people with pots inside the spawn, I have no qualms that I have permabanned, like really permabanned LBP10 for never putting away his hacks. Like, to me, this is the sort of thing that he should have learned by now, and because people don't learn, that's when we don't want them here. Done 77. You know what? I'm going to leave 777 there, because that's for Rocky. He wants to hire some staff members because he can't ever get help on this server. How much help do you need on a game, guys? I don't know. Should he hire actual staff? Because me as an admin, I don't get paid. Nobody does, right? Nobody does. All the donations that go through HC server go straight to Rocky, and that's where he's actually got people developing plugins that'll be unique for this server, to be honest. What are they? How can you get them? I cannot answer. How do you even make a plugin? I have no freaking clue either. Where is a workbench? Done. 786. Build one with planks. Oh my gosh. People play the game yourselves. When you start asking ridiculous things like that, how can anybody ever take you seriously? Vanya John says, can I be admin for a day? I really need to do some staff and ban hackers. Done. 787. Good luck convincing Rocky, I would say. That's the nice way to put it. Like, everybody everywhere would obviously want to be an admin on a server. Simply asking and plaguing and pleading, we've all heard before. That isn't going to get you anywhere. Certainly swearing and stuff is probably just going to get you banned. So, ridiculous things like that. Hope this is interesting to you guys. I'm just kind of going through here. JVan2 says, FoxyDoo said, if I don't open my door, he will hack me. Oh boy. 785, could you get a screenshot? Oh, FoxyDoo's online right now. Screenshot, for Flip. Otherwise, let us know if it gets serious. We take hacking threats very seriously. Can you hack other players? Well, just don't be dumb and give them your password, for one thing. I'm not really sure how other people would, I mean, they'd call that hacking, because technically it gets the job done, doesn't it? They get your account, and you look like a fool, because, you know, they promised you something, and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, no. Pvpreqs515. You are an elite text user, Craft515. What I like is if I don't type anything, then it'll... Oops. Oh boy, that gave me all the essentials commands. That's not what I meant. Prefix. His prefix right now is Rainbow. His request is that he wants Spartan in Rainbow. So, alright, let's just type this in. I've learned that this is a better way to do it. Type in the prefix all at once, and then go back and just type in, like, and A, and B, and D, I don't know, and 5, like next to the letters, so it'll be different every time, and F, I think that's black, and what else? E, and 3. Oops. When they're lowercase letters, it's really kind of hard to get things in like the right order, because then everything kind of flows together. It's annoying to type in the commands. It's more annoying to, you know, make sure it's all correctly, but especially before, because Minecraft didn't always have the option to press up and have the last thing that you said in there. It used to be I'd have to type it in manually, and then if I got one letter off and they told me to fix it, I'd have to type in the whole darn thing again. And they're not very patient here, if you've ever figured it out, people that play games. So, yeah, they'd ask over and over again, and they'd wonder, how come, like, it took me a long time to put it in? It didn't take me a long time. If it took me, like, 3 minutes, maybe that's because I'm getting, you know, tons of requests a minute. Okay, how do you become a modder admin? I'm curious, not interested in becoming one, I'm curious. Well, the reason he says it that way is because we said a long time ago, if you ask for staff positions, it creates the opposite effect. But first of all, I can't even answer that because Shadow Girl has had requests for me to really check her. Oops. Please say she didn't notice that. Okay, good. So, kick Shadow for hacked items. Good. Temp ban Shadow Girl 19. 2 days. That's good. Infancy of Shadow Girl 19. It's really good when I see people murdering people over and over and over again. I know they're in PvP. Their armor has taken no damage. It's Prot 4, and her sword is max enchantment. Yep. More people to get out. Her speed potion is stacked. People who do hack, don't be subtle about it. They don't use 1 or 2 items. The people that are really serious about breaking the game do everything, and that's why it's a lot easier for me to justify banning them, because there is no hope. There's no hope of them changing their ways, really, unless you show them that there are staff that are here if they should do it. That there aren't staff on that often is a bit of a problem on the PvP server. However, I think basically because of the hard, you know, knocks that I've come down on people. Team Cobra says, check him for god items. How about I check Team Cobra to start off with? Because I can. Yeah, you're fine. And then we'll check Chad Blomgren. Okay, Mr. 750. Chad Blomgren has a hacked sword. I'll just take that from him. So, done 750. Had a god sword. Confiscated, thanks. Again, really the only way to make it okay that I'm taking all these items is that not only am I impartial, but I'm doing it from... Well, yeah. It doesn't matter who you are. If you have hacked items, I will take them. I hope everybody gets the idea not to do it anymore. Because they'll notice, like, when people aren't using invincible armor and aren't using god swords and aren't using stacked potions, and the game is being played the way it should be played, it's fun for everybody instead of only fun for the people that are cheating. 7:59. TP me to sit down pizza. Done 7:59. Awesome Andrew 123 says, I got banned for 2 days. I'm Lord of the Muffins. Let me tell you what happened. I don't have... Oh, there's Zyko, actually. Let's check him. Let's see his... I'm kind of sad, just because... Andrew says, I had hacked stuff, I admit that, but I just killed someone PvP and I was going to tell you or another admin when they were on. That's nice. How come you were wearing the items? Therefore, I definitely... Oh, Zyko. Kick Zyko for hacked items. There's your username. Temp ban Zyko 5545 for 3 days, because I've got so many reports of you hacking, you know what you are doing. Zyko 5545. Yep. Like, there is no hope for this fella. Here's the thing. Should I unban Lord of the Muffins? He had, like, a lot of hacked items. He'd been reported by people as having hacked items. So, message Andrew. Awesome. And, I checked you because I got reports in the modrequests, so I know you were using them. As for Zyko, I know that he's like a well-known guy pretty much for now of people that have been hacking, and he's on the very end of a thin rope, let's put it like that, as well as some other people. And pretty much everybody that I've ever unbanned is always on a thin rope, because if I ever catch you doing things again, you know. Yes, I was using them until I saw an admin on, then I was going to give them in, but yes. Okay, his argument right there is that, so, you basically said, I'm going to use hacked items until I might get caught? It's a bit funny the way this is worded, okay? That's basically how I can understand his situation. Oh yes, I was going to pass them in when I saw you were online. Until then, you know, I'm going to be as bad as the rest by playing around with them. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, you know. This is my experience. This is me being Fwip, and what it's like, and what I hear the players doing. If you are an admin anywhere, well, I mean, I was going to give them to you, but I wanted to see what all that stuff was. Like having. Well, buddy, Lord of the Muffins. Message awesome. I gotcha, but I can't really make exceptions for people or they'll get away with it. I'm just kind of saying that because, to be honest, I know Lord of the Muffins has done this before. Quite a lot, actually. Good argument, bro, but I know what's really going on. Fine then, kick Hurst for language. Little things you gotta do to make people behave, I guess. Even on PvP. And they'll beg and they'll plead, but ultimately I don't have to do anything. You know, I'm nice for the most part, but something else is in life when you've got lots of abilities, I guess, and people want things from you, you just have to not agree to everything and don't let yourself get taken advantage of. He can wait out his ban like everybody else. It was only 2 or 3 days. And if he's got another alternate account, it's actually my all-time favorite server, and I'm sorry I won't do it again. Awesome. Andrew, well, on the plus side, you can play with that account. Luck. And now's the point where I log off, because I don't want to get spammed by him asking me to unban him when I know that I'm in the right for what I did. I've been here for long enough anyway, really, so thanks for coming along and watching what it's like being me. I know that a lot of people oh gosh. Is Torstein hacking? Doesn't look like it. Items, anyway. I do lag too much to really tell who's hacking and who's not, unless it's obvious and they're trying to use notice to fly or jumping on the thing. I need to be unbanned. Ugh. Well, my argument there is you need to know not to use those items, lol. Harsh? I don't know. I don't need to take these things seriously, all that seriously anyway. I'm very used to giving 2-day, 3-day bans now, so I mean, if it was me, yeah, it would suck, but rules are rules, guys. And if and the reason I am still doing what I do is, you know, because I'm good at it and I don't let people push me around. You know, Junior Admin Flip saying, see you later.